Well, g'day tubes, how's she going? Pretty good here. So, boy, we got a project today. This is the trade-off, we'll say, of my buddy Kevin there helped me with my new cement pad out there to get that all done. And he's like, no, I don't want any money. I want you to fix my generator for me. I'm like, okay. Get it going for me. I'm like, okay. It's going to be a project. I think this thing's set for quite a while. Now, interestingly enough, this is actually bought, it was probably used when he bought it from the rental company that I used to work for like 20 some odd years ago. And they're long gone now. They've been rebought by somebody else and the names aren't even the same. But this is, so don't call the phone number because it won't get you anywhere. But that's Universal Rental Services from way back. Man, it's kind of neat seeing that sticker again. I actually potentially might even have stuck that on there. And this was generator number 53. Big 53 down there. So multi-quip, maybe 6,000 watt. I can't really remember now. Yeah, it's really dirty. It's been sitting somewhere for a while. I don't know where. I don't know if that's because it looks like either seeds or mouse poop. In here it is not good. Let's go to the light. We got pretty good mess of stuff in there. I just hope this fuel tank is still good for him here. If you got to put a tank on it, you'll probably never find one of these. So, anyways, we're gonna have to multi-steps maybe, multi-steps. I'm gonna have to get this tank off anyways. And normally what I would use was like nuts and bolts and stuff, or bolts and washers, nuts and washers in there, and then just, you know, round, move it around. My wife said something kind of interesting the other day. She's like, well, can you use a chain? I'm like, well, it might actually work, you know. A chain would be a lot easier to get the things all out, because this does have a little lip there. Oh wow. It does have a little lip there, so it'd be hard to get that out. So we come up with something. I thought, okay, chain, yeah, that would work good. Put a chain down there, and then you could just grab the link and then pull the whole thing out again, instead of trying to get all these bits and pieces out. But I thought, what about chain and nuts and bolts? This is what I come up with. And whether this will work or not, I don't really know, but let's see if this will even get down in here. See, the thing I'm thinking of is it's going to be kind of like this in the tank, and I'm going to be like, okay, grab this link, and I got to try to pull, you know, like two of these things out, and I don't know if that's going to fit through. Well, yeah, it might. Alright, that might work. But it'd be a little bit easier to retrieve that, right? And this can roll around inside there and try to break everything up. But first of all, I think I want to get this thing off. And I'll have to get this tank off, I guess, and then get whatever's out there dumped out, put a bit of fresh gas in. I think I'm just going to use gas. I don't really want to get into soap and water and stuff, because that'll make it really hard to get that out of there again. Pretty big tank on these things, you know, it's like a 5-gallon tank or whatever, 4.5 gallon, whatever. So, yeah. Anyways, and then we'll have to get down into this area. It does seem to be, where was it now? It was leaking a lot of oil for some reason. I don't know if the oil seals out of the engine. I don't particularly want to get into that, but kind of looks like to me like someone's had this carb off, because it looks pretty darn clean. So I don't know what's going on there, but we'll he says it won't start, and looks like they were trying to get it started because the choke, I haven't touched this at all, the choke's still out, so that's interesting. And yeah, I don't know if any creatures have been in there. It feels like the screen's still in there, so that's good, I guess. But yeah, we got to get this tank off, and it looks like it's probably nuts and bolts on there. And over here there should be these generators are like wicked heavy too, like, I mean, really heavy. And down here we'll have fuel line that we can get off, and that should be off there, I think. Can't really remember now. On, yeah, so that was off there. Okay. And I think the recoil had something going on too. It wasn't really grabbing kind of exactly as it should be, so I don't know if it needs a lube up or what, but oh man. Maybe it's alright, I don't know, we'll check it too maybe. But anyways, we'll get you on a tripod here and we'll get this tank off at least and see what that's looking like. Oh boy. Alright, I do believe these are actually welded underneath. Kind of felt like a nut, but we'll see if it turns here on us. Alright. It's coming out. I don't know really the story behind this. You know, we kept these really well serviced up when we were renting them, of course, because we didn't want any failures like this. So, but leaving stuff sitting for a while. I mean, it is only metal. It's a metal tank, so there's not a whole lot you can really do. Holy smokes! Now, before we get going too far here, we'll get that line off maybe too. And I kind of wonder if they just didn't have any flow coming out. It kind of looks like someone's been into that carburetor. I don't really know. He didn't really tell me a whole lot. So let's see here. If we get this thing to kind of balance a bit here for a minute. And I kind of wonder if someone's just been sloppy with the oil or if they actually have a seal leaking on the engine here. Because it's not really looking too great, we'll say. Holy smokes! There is a bit of a clip on here, but it's kind of a useless clip, this thing. Let's get that right off, maybe. Okay, these clips are just garbage. Let me tell you. They're not tremendous. I just don't think that's going to go right back on there anyway, so we'll have to figure out something else for that. The fuel line still feels pretty flexible, which is good. But, okay, so that's free. Let's see if we can spin her this way now. Oh. And at one time, maybe it wasn't like this model, but the 5000 Honda Gens we used to have, which were kind of like this too, I used to just pick them up and throw them on the back of the tailgate, no problem. Now it's like, yeah, I don't think I'm doing that. Something telling me. What's a different one there? It's got a collar thing in it. Okay, I have to remember that. I don't know why they would do that, but it's like a rubber mount or something on the front here, I guess. On these things. I'll probably just put the bolts back in here once we get this tank off. Yes, it's got like a weird collar thing. Okay. So today's adventure might be just, well, technically, I do have somewhere like a tester tank that I could use and hook back into that guy, but oh, listen to all that goodness. And they've got cigarettes and everything in here. Don't ask me, that'll go out the door. Alright, everything looks, I guess, fine to me down there. I don't know if you guys can see much down there, but it doesn't look too bad anyways. Now, I'm wondering if I should try to get this guy off of here, because the stuff is probably all settled in this little valve too here, I would imagine. I guess we can crack this open here and see. Boy, they don't give you much to bite to on them. That's probably a 10 mil. 10. No. Could have been just this that was maybe blocking things up too, right? Oh, it's not very tight. It's either a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, well, it's pretty bunged up with crap. That definitely won't be helping. Okay. There's a bunch of junk in here. Well, let's just grab a little bit of air. We'll just kind of give this a little blast here. Yeah, she was a little bunged up in there. Maybe I'll just leave that on for now, though. And this is sort of what this thing's supposed to do, is sediment crap out there. Kind of feels like I'm needing a bit of air. Okay, well, we'll just leave this together for now. And fuel tank restoration stuff usually takes quite a while, so I don't know whether I'll film the whole thing here. There's definitely some crap in there that's trying to come through. What a mess. Probably be better just to find a new tank, but we'll oh yeah, wow, there's a lot of stuff in the bottom here. Like, I mean, it's caked. Like, I'm kind of hoping it doesn't like dig through his tank here, and his tank's junk. There's like a good bit of rusty crap at the bottom of this thing. Well, hopefully the crap will come out with yeah, I think it'll be alright. It's definitely going to be near the end of its life, though. And you'll probably never find another tank for this thing that'll work. Oh, there's a lot of crap in here. Ooh. Well, let's start with... I kind of got to do this outside too, but let's just start with trying to get what's out of here out first. I almost want to cut a hole in the bottom of the tank and get all the crap out and then just re-weld in a big new chunk of stuff, but there's so much stuff in here. It's going to need a lot of work. Now, there's some of the junk anyways. You can see some of this crap that's in here. It's like a bunch of water too. Okay, well, I guess we'll put this guy in. And hopefully I can get it back out. Alright, now let's just see. We did our tank. Pull this back out of here. Yeah, I think with some finagling, we'll fish her out again. Okay. Oh boy, what a mess, eh? And I guess I better put these back in here before I lose some rubber mounts and stuff. Put that back in here. And I'm basically just going to have to do a little bit and try to get it dumped out, and a little bit and dump it out, and a little bit and dump it out. But let's just rattle this around a bit now. I need an automated thing set up, maybe like something on a motor where you could strap this thing onto it and just kind of let it. Could hook it to the wheel of the tractor. Hook it to the wheel of the tractor, it might just do the sides, it might not do in the middle, right? You'd have to almost have it mounted like this on the wheel somehow, where it's kind of slanted, where it would turn, and then well, that little bit of shaking, let's just see what we've done here, if anything. Yeah, that might need something else. I don't know. I don't really want to potentially get into like the white vinegar and stuff, but I don't know, that tank's going to be getting thin. I'd really like to not do anything except gas, you know, because that's what's going to be going back in, and you just have to basically get it clean. To actually see the thing in here too. Let's see if we can dig this out. Oh wow, look at this mess here. Wow, look at that thing. It is just wrecked. It is just wrecked. Better get back in there because we got a lot of work ahead of us for this guy. That's okay. I'm going to put a bit of fresher gas, I think, in notice to swoosh around a bit. I really should be doing this outside. When you're using gas and stuff, it's probably not good to be in here doing this. Let's see, with the heat running. I'll put a bit of gas in though. Okay, and like I said, it'd be nice to have some automated thing to do this for me, because it's going to be a good workout for my arm, that's for sure. But I'll go out and do a bunch of this, and then we'll start dumping some of it out, I guess. Well, it swooshed around a bit here. Can't really tell how it's looking, but I forgot to bring my pinchers out here. All right, let's see here. Probably should get first dumping anyways. This might need something else, like muriatic acid or something, or I mean, holy, what a mess. Hopefully this doesn't get all tangled in here. You guys seen the color of this chain when it's in though, right? Wow. It's hard to believe. Wow. Fantastic. it's just full of stuff. And because of that little lip in there, it just doesn't want to come out nice. I don't know if doing anything in here would be a good idea. I guess we could try to get that off. Looks like it just threads in there somehow. I'm sure there's a... Yeah, I guess we'll have to see if we can get that off of there. Maybe it'll drain out there better, I don't know. I really don't want to have to cut a hole in this thing somewhere. Ew, that's not going to help us much, I don't believe. Nope, that's not going to help us much. Well. It's definitely going to need all cleaned out too. Because you can't run it with this fuel and like this. There's still quite a bit of fuel in there, and I don't know why it's making it so hard to get it out. Because there is quite a lip that goes up under to here, right? So, not bad. Boy, I don't know. I don't know how to clean that out other than get the hose out and just start giving her. That doesn't just make sense to me though. Like you get a hose out and you know flood the thing with water and then you get it full of water. Then how do you get all the water out? This is I'm gonna have to grab my light here. So I'm not really sure what all this black crap is that's in here. Like the chain is just covered in this black crud stuff. I guess it's rust and stuff, but I've never seen rust go like carbon black like that. It's so weird. It's like there's something else is in this tank. There's definitely a layer of really gross stuff. And like it just doesn't seem to want to move. I don't know, it's just something I've never seen in a tank before. It's like, I guess it's rust. It's making quite a mess on everything, isn't it? Ugh. It's almost like they put oil in it or something. Like it's so black. Like I've never seen that before. That's so weird. It's black, but it's really heavy stuff. Like there's like a layer of real thick muck. Well, I guess we'll throw the chain back in and do some more swooshing. I'm just going to get covered in this crap though. Didn't really kind of plan on that. I'm used to kind of cleaning out rust and stuff, but I don't know what this crap is. It's like they put something in the tank to try to preserve it. But like, look at it, it's all over me. Like, it's like carbon. It's a weird stuff ever. I don't know. Guess I'll get a bit more gas and throw it in and keep swooshing. Well, we're not getting ahead too far here. I think this is a water problem here, and I just don't know why the black dark stuff that's like carbon, it's so weird. WD-40 sort of moves it a little bit. Show you that in a second here. I'm just trying to get all this gas if I can out of here. little bit by little bit. And then I think I'm going to have to hot water soap in there. Try to put the chain in there and clean it up again, and maybe it'll come out cleaner. I don't know, the straight gas just isn't working. But it's so hard to get the stuff to come out of here because of that lip. If this little lip wasn't there, it'd probably be a lot easier, but I got quite a bit of stuff still in here. It's not looking as bad. I still hear the... Yeah, there's still a little bit in there. Trouble is, I almost went to get my hose and stretch it out from the house there, and it's like pretty much frozen, so no water is coming out. I can hear it like crack, snap, crack, crack, crack. So I guess there's water in the hose that I didn't get all out, and it's oh, that's actually dripping there. I'll let it drip for a minute. So that's not too good. The only other thing I can probably do is boil some water down here, or take an empty gas can in the house. I don't know if my wife would like that, and fill it with a little hot water. This would probably be hotter water if I boil it out here, but yeah, I gotta figure out why it's done that. I don't really understand what this is. Like, it's so weird. I've never seen it like that before. I could definitely hear some crap still in there, but it's kind of weird because the gas doesn't seem to really dissolve it. Like, it seems to be actually making it worse. Which is weird because WD-40 seems to make it move. So I don't know, maybe I got to use a bunch of WD-40 in there with the chain. I don't know, it's weird. Like, look at here, like it's all smeary, but if you spray the WD on it, it seems to move it, and then you can wipe it off a bit, right? But let's see here if I got a somewhat clean towel. And that seems to clean that off pretty good. So I'm kind of thinking a WD-40 can sprayed into there might help. Whereas just the gas alone, it doesn't seem to want to do anything. I just don't know what that is. That's just so weird. I've never seen that before. It's just like, I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. It does look better. I gotta say, it does look a little better. But I just don't know if there'll be enough to flow out of the thing here. But I really just didn't want to dump water in this thing, you know, and have to do it that way, because that would just kind of suck. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of crap in there. I guess we're going to have to do that. I don't know whether I'll do that right today, though. Kind of want to look at the rest of this thing. This is somewhat salvageable, so we'll leave her for there. But yeah, I just don't know what's going on with this. That's just really weird. Like, but if you spray the WD on it, it does kind of free it up. That will come clean again, but that's really mucky. I don't know what it is. It's so weird. Anyhow, while we're in here, we'll see if it's got spark. And I'm going to pull the plug out here and see what it's saying. Probably should give that a little blast. So no crap goes down there. I kind of wonder if this thing has more hours on it than I'm kind of wondering. I don't have a new plug. This will probably be a BPR 5ES or a 6ES. One of the two. get one, but I don't have one here, I don't believe. Probably just pull one out of one of my engines too. I think this is supposed to be equivalent to about an 11 horsepower, this thing. And maybe we'll pull off that carb and have a look too at it. My hands will work. Stupid gloves on. Well, someone's cleaned up that plug, it looks like. I imagine it shouldn't have a spark problem now. The on and off switch is over here. Let's see if I have any spark. That's the idle circuit, that's the on and off. Okay, could be low in oil too. Kind of looking like it when it's that crubby looking down there. It might be right out of oil. Because it does have a low oil shutdown thing on it here. There's some in it. It should be all right. Someone's changed it. Someone's done a bit of work to it, but couldn't get it running for some reason. The ignition on these, I don't really know a whole lot about myself. Could have a bad coil too. Definitely got no spark though. Okay then. Now if we disconnect low oil shutdown, which is one of these here. I think it's this guy right here. If we just disconnect that, it might work. If it doesn't, then I don't know. I'm not too sure. Holy smokes, those things are heavy. No spark, eh? Well, I wonder why it would have no spark. By the looks of the rest of it though, it's probably got something going on the coil and stuff here. Kind of hard to say, but that's got a fuel solenoid valve on it too. Interesting. Now how does that work? Because it's got no battery to activate that. And I don't know if that's working or not. Boy, this thing's done a lot of sitting, I think. Poor thing. Sitting not in a good spot. And chances are the generator might not even work either, right? You get all this fixed and running and the generator might be no good. Let's just for fun hook this guy back up. Okay. And the operation switch is on. Could have a bad switch there too, you never know. I'm not really a like electronic guy, so I mean, I can do kind of basic sort of stuff, but I'm definitely not. Well, it's definitely got some kind of oil leak though. Holy smokes! It's kind of looking like it's coming out of the main seal on the side here. That's a pretty big job. think you got to kind of tear apart the whole generator to get in there to get this cover off, because it's all, you know, joined into the crankshaft there, right? That's it's kind of a big job. Okay, don't think that would be a problem with the oil. No, I think we're good there. Yeah, there should be lots there. I don't think that'll be the issue. Well, boy, there's so much electronic-y stuff on these too, right? The only thing I can think is I don't have a really good ground on here, but yeah, that's a BPR 5ES. I'm pretty sure I don't have one of those, but should probably try another plug too. Well, we'll try a different plug here. It's not a new plug, but I doubt that's the problem. It's just hard to tell with Honda engines. Usually there's nothing goes wrong with them, right? So probably something to do in the flywheel. Could be, I don't know. Could have a sheared key. I kind of doubt that because there's no real drag on this thing, but we got no sparking. There's no other secret. No, there's usually here on the shroud is the normal on-off switch. All that seems to be good. It should be just that switch there. Let's try it off for some reason. Yeah, nothing. The other switch here is the 120 and 240. That's a circuit breaker. Oh God, they're so heavy. Yeah. And I don't really want to get into that panel stuff. Like I say, I'm not an electrician, so I don't really want to get into that part of it. The only thing I'm thinking is maybe have a look at this flywheel and assembly in here. Maybe see what that's kind of saying. And I don't think I've got any bolts back there. It's just these things here are kind of a really tricky thing to get out. What to say? Well, I guess we can try to get this shroud off of here. Let's see here. Got something this would sit up on would be nice. Be nice to get it up on my table here too, but I don't think I can lift this thing myself. But anyways, somewhere here I had a piece of wood and I think I put them away. Of course I did. Oh well. Okay, so just have to try to make it work. I guess these are probably a 10. I don't think that's going to work there. Probably the 10 here. I didn't really expect to have to get in this deep to this thing, to be honest. Kind of hoping I didn't have to be honest, but I've never really come across these Honda engines that don't have spark. Could be, who knows, coil could be junk. I got no way of testing that. I don't have another one to try, and I imagine they're not super cheap just to go get one to try one. I mean, I got one on one of my other engines, but I'm not going to take that off just to try that. That would be silly. Okay, these ones up here now. There's one here. It's very buried. On the engine that doesn't have spark. Wow. Like I say, I don't really deal with that kind of thing because they're usually pretty darn good. But we'll just have a look at it here and see. To be 100% honest, I don't know how many hours on this thing and if it's even worth kind of pursuing too hard, really. You know? I know it's like a favor return thing I gotta give him, but I might just have to give him some cash and say, I don't know, man. Here, thanks for helping me. And that's what I was gonna do, because I'm like, I don't know if I can take the time or get the time, especially with my hand the way it was. I think that should be all of them. I wonder if I should take this recoil off too, maybe. Make it a little bit easier to get the shroud off. Might have to take all this mechanism off for the... Those are different, of course. All this mechanism off for the air filter here to get in. There might be another screw hidden back in here somewhere. And it kind of bothers me a little bit that, you know, when they built this thing, it's great that they put this thing and ran the cable there, but now it's like almost impossible for someone to get that back out again without wrecking those things. I ain't got those, so like, I mean, the best I can do is probably zip tie it back on, right? Seems to be working. Okay, well, this come off, or is it? Oh, it's pinched under that thing too. Holy smokes. Okay. This is a automatic throttle thing I think we got right here. It's you know, when you boom or boom, idle it down, that's what this guy is. And that's a different one. Okay, that can just come off for now. Yeah, I think they're gonna take all this off too. Holy smokes. Oh man. I honestly didn't really want to dig this far into this thing, but I guess we're digging. Now, what size is that? That's probably an 8 or a 9. Yeah. That's just a little guy here. Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't have spark though. Interesting. Interesting, this looks like someone's been working on this a little bit, trying to get it going. Maybe couldn't. I might also be a maybe couldn't too, I don't know, like, for some reason it doesn't have spark, which is kind of weird. I don't know why I keep getting all the really interesting projects. Nothing ever seems to work out nice. Everything's always got to be a big fight all the time, it seems like. To be 100% honest, I'm kind of getting tired of fighting. I'm getting tired of having to fight all the time. Too old for this crap, maybe. I still enjoy doing it, but it's like I say, I've never seen a Honda engine without spark. That doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, what else we got there? That's it for that. I can go back over there. And I guess we gotta take this guy right off too here. Holy smokes. because these things have a double push thing on it. So how the heck are you supposed to get that out again? I'll have to work out of here, I guess. I don't really have the right tool for it, but there we go. It wasn't too bad, but this one's like inside the shroud, so I have to fight with that guy a little bit. Those guys in there so I don't lose them. Actually, I should have put it in here, but the rest of them here maybe. And to be perfectly honest, I've never had a Honda engine that wouldn't start. Oh yeah, that's right. There's probably another one inside here, isn't there? Whoa! This is like the same engine design and everything pretty much as that yellow one here, mine. Huh. Okay, now this cover should come off. Let's get the hose there. That can come off. Okay, yeah, we do have another 10 down in here. That's what I kind of figured. I'm missing one. It'll be fun getting that one back in there after too. That should be all free and clear now, minus this other piece of hose here. I think we can maybe squeeze that thing back through. Well, mostly got it through. Go. Okay, I'm not too sure what we're going to be looking at here. I don't know if I can get you guys down here too well. They're pretty dirty. Don't know if we just cleaned them up, if that would help, or... Magnet's there. I mean, it should be fine. Just grab a little bit of paper maybe and see if that'll help. Let's see here. It's an awful lot of disassembly, isn't it, just to get in here. It's usually not the problem, but at least me, myself, I've never had that problem before with just a magnet being dirty. It's cleaner anyways. Still don't think we're gonna spark though. It's not a really good test, but yeah, no. Yeah. What else could it be, I wonder? Could be the coil, but like I say, I don't have one to test with. I think that's the, yeah, that's the, that would bypass our plug, or sorry, our switch here, I think. I can get this guy off of here. Not too sure if I'll be successful with that though, with what I got out here. I think this is the ground here that goes over to that switch. That doesn't seem to want to come off too nice. There we go. So with that guy off, it should have spark. That I believe, yeah, that's running over through here. And this is the wire that's going over the top of the engine, and then it's going through this clump of stuff, which looks like it's the same one there that's going in there. Oh, God, it's stuck on my foot. I think this weighs way too much. It's not really a fair test. I wonder if I hooked on my drill, get her spinning a bit. Let me get that figured out here, hang on. Well, we'll see what this will do. I got the impact here. It's not good using impact, but I think I just put it a drill here. And we got, we'll just make sure that switch is on. Yes, it is. Just for fun. I kind of think this thing's got a burnt out coil, but there's no spark there at all. Pretty good compression though. Interesting then, huh? Burnt out coil, I believe. It's the only thing I can think, unless I just got a bad ground here, but I can clear a spot off the thing here. And that should be more than enough ground there to get it. So with that little plug there, this not hooked on, that usually means that's, you know, I mean, that's your kill switch. So, well, there is a bit of spark there. Okay. Oh yeah, she's sparking. Okay. Why wasn't it not sparking up here? So we got spark. Okay. Well, that's good. Not great spark, but that should have sparked up here. Oh, it is now anyway. It is sparking now. Let's try the plug that came in it here. So if we know it has spark here, we hook that wire back up and it's still on, we know we got a bad switch over there. And we got pretty good spark here. Whoa, easy. Yeah, let's see if I can get you zoomed in on that. Okay, so we might have a bad switch over there potentially. Not good blue spark though. So, I mean, it's spark, but it's not great. I'm kind of wondering if that coil maybe needs cleaned up too, but I really don't want to take that off because I have to reset the gap on it and everything. And Okay, well, let's zoom you back out before we forget. Whoa, wrong way, bud. And we'll hook this thing back up here. We'll see if we get spark still with it on. Okay, I'll just kind of look at it and tell you. Not very good dark or nice blue spark though. We're sparking pretty good there. Yeah, it's not nice blue though. I'd like to see a little bluer. It's kind of an orange color, which isn't not a strong spark, we'll say. Now, like I say, I don't really have anything to set the gap on this coil here, other than like a piece of paper or something. Pretty darn close tolerances, but I'd have to clean up more of this flywheel here, I think, to get the right clearance. Probably should pull it off though, just to have a look at it. Really don't want to, but that's what we might have to do. We do have some spark, so that's good. So there's a spot. Oh my gosh, this thing is heavy. There's a spot here where you can almost maybe get in and feel. I can't feel with stupid gloves on though. Nope, let's do it with my other hand, I guess. Right about here, if you can get. Yeah, it's kind of rusty feeling. Well, worst comes to worst, we just get a little sheet of paper and put it in there and reset the gap, I guess. I want to see if I can get that a little bit bluer looking though. So we'll take this guy off of here. Maybe we can get away from some of that yellow spark. At least we know I might be able to get this bang right back on here again with the might be able to get it back on here with the impressions that are kind of left here. If we don't mess that up anyways, we should be good. I should actually probably have a couple of coils for, you know, 4 of these things. I own like 6 of these engines now, but they're probably different coils. Maybe they're all the same. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty crubbed up in there. I think if we cleaned her up a smidge here, we might get a better spark out of her. What should we use here? That was pretty coarse stuff. Really? Jeez, bud. Oh yeah, this one here is really bad. It could be the problem. Okay, it'd be nice if they just kind of had these as, you know, a place that would just kind of sit in and then boom, back on, but no, they got to be interesting with them. I might be able to just sneak those back on without having to gap it here. Now where did I put those tools? might be alright. We'll try it, I guess. See if we get any better spark out of her here. Bluer spark is what we're looking for. Bluer spark. Don't think these helped me from getting zapped, but something's telling me it's not going to make a difference. It's probably going to go right through this crap. Not too bad. It's not a whole lot better, but I think it'll be alright. I guess we'll put their original plug back in here again. If I can figure it out. Boy, but that gas tank though, I don't know, that's going to be some other kind of job, I think. Maybe if I get the hot soap and water in it, it might help dissolve that. I'm kind of wondering if it won't maybe eat through the gas though, but it might separate enough. Because that could be what that is. It's just a watery, mucky mess on the bottom there, and the gas is floating above it, not doing anything to it, right? I kind of think that's what's going on. I'm just not sure what all that black crap is. Oh, that's in there. It's like, I don't know. It's like carbon. You take it out and it's like stuck to everything. It's kind of weird, so I don't know. Don't know what to say about that. Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and put all this shroud and crap back on here, and I won't put you through all that. Don't know what else we'll be doing to this thing today, but I got some more obligations coming up, so I might have to do another video on this. At least get that frickin' gas tank cleaned out, and then if this shell full gas, I think will be good. We'll have to look at this carb another time, I think, just to kind of look inside and see what's going on. Maybe pull off that that other little needle in there that's kind of buried under the idle thing. Okay, well, I'll get the shroud back on, and then yeah, drive on, I guess. Alright, shroud's all back on. Should be all good there. Spark, we got spark. It's not great spark though. It's kind of crappy, to be honest. But that's about as far as I guess today I can go. I'm going to have to figure out that tank for sure. I'm thinking hot water, soapy water. Maybe swoosh that around. I might try to break some of that up. I got to get all that gas out though somehow too. Maybe I have to get the towels in there, let them soak in for a bit, and then swoosh that around. Try to get them all back out again. That's the other problem with towels when you put them in. It's like, I'm not going to try to get these all back out again. But yeah, we'll have to probably check out the carb. I don't know. It looks good, but it might not be too, right? So you never know. But this is the same shutoff here as mine on my exact same carburetor, I think, too. Sure as heck looks like it. Interesting. Looking at that one, looking at this one, they look pretty darn identical. Except the choke's a little different on this one than that one. This has just got the ring pull thingy. Which looks like it's working. Well, that's good. And yeah, it's got some other recirculation thingy here. I'm not really too sure what this guy's doing. Kind of goes back down and into the block there or something. Like there's a little block in behind the carburetor here. Interesting. But yeah, anyways, I guess that's about as far as I can go today with this. I maybe won't plug those in yet in case we do have to get back in here. But a few lines, a little bit hard, but it's not terrible bad yet. Darn ethanol. But yeah, so that must be some watery, mucky stuff in that tank. I guess I'll just have to get some hot water and a lot of soap in there maybe, and swoosh that around, and maybe that'll get out, and I'll have to try to get all that stuff out and dry it out again. And oh man, I got a lot of work to do on that tank, that's for sure. I'll have to take my time with that one. So I'll probably just get it ready and then get it ready to slap back on this. We'll look at the carb on this, maybe have a look and see inside if it's all clean and good. I'm sure it's fine, but you never know, right? So, but alright, that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I think we got this thing kind of knocked out here a little bit, except we got to work a bit on that freaking tank, but I'll I'll get working on it and should be good to go, hopefully. Oil looks like someone changed it, so I'll just leave that as is, I guess. I don't know why it's so leaky looking all over everywhere, but anyways. Alright, thanks again. Catch you all later, and you guys have a good day. Good old Jen, eh? Oh man.